Our unified eyes bleed systemic skies, an intergalactic metamorphical sunrise. Entangled in the webbing of the multiverse, where reality breaks from a pale green to prismatic fountain, an undulation of sacred geometry linking us to every star and energetic vortex in the universe. Project Lucifer. Galileo, a plutonium-carrying RTG, dives into Jupiter at the equator. As was likely expected, nothing happens. Then, 4 weeks later, October 19, 2003, Olivier Meekers images a mystery spot the size of Earth with a streak trailing away near the equator of Jupiter. All other professional telescopes ignore the spot. Richard C. Hoagland publishes a report detailing the entire amazing scenario, showing that the mystery spot is most likely Galileo's plutonium that had drifted down 700 miles into Jupiter's atmosphere. A gas giant planet with a nearly identical composition to our Sun, 82% hydrogen, 18% helium. So why are we launching nuclear material into such a volatile and alien environment? To ignite a gas giant planet in hopes of setting off a fission reaction to create a second sun. With possible references to Nibiru, the apocalypse, and the Mayan prophecy of 2012, they wish to see a morning star in the night sky and Luciferian beacon. Why? Because they want to see if God or gods part the heavens to stop them. Because they are driven by ego and self-deification. There are a few people in the world who, with endless imagination and creativity, in union with massive resources and high technology, have been playing God and secretly experimenting with changing the makeup of our solar system. There are not too many plans conceived that could be greater than creating a new star in our own backyard. One could almost claim godship upon success. Jupiter obviously didn't go nova. It left a Shoemaker-Levy Earth-sized explosion, but that's where the chaos ended. Their next target, however, on July 7, 2008, or 7-7, the Cassini spacecraft observer carrying twice the payload of plutonium will be crashed directly through the hexagon formation and Agartha opening at the north pole of Saturn. And if they were to succeed in this endeavor, and Saturn becomes unstable, the Earth's ozone layer would become severely disabled. Radiation would funnel in waves of dramatic energy storms, killing millions on the planet. Unless, of course, you had the resources and access to some kind of underground bunker. The potential star's name was first dubbed Lucifer by A.C. Clarke in his novel 2010. As you saw at the beginning of my video, Jupiter is shown with a gigantic implosion on its surface, so the film becomes mysteriously a precursor and ominous warning mechanism about events that may truly come to pass. Stanley Kubrick's association with the first film in the series, 2001, doesn't make me feel any better about this. Lucifer is less of an actual deity and more of a concept representation of several ideas. Lucifer, literally meaning light bearer, represents rebellion, claiming godship, bringing enlightenment, and mastering knowledge. Lucifer is a symbol of casting off the overlord and trusting the light from within, the concept of breaking out of the subservient shell of God's dominion, and claiming the universe as one's own to conquer. The giant hexagon on Saturn's north pole is a cymatic response and an electromagnetic fourth-dimensional intelligence, seen in representations of the atom, snowflake, and our ever-fleeing honeybee hives. We have not found this phenomenon on any other planetary body ever explored. If you're familiar with hollow Earth theory, these aurora points at the north and south poles of planets may lead to an inner world within, where intelligent beings may live to shield themselves from the radiation of our sun. Certainly scientists will at least admit they have no current explanation for the phenomenon. But those psychonauts who have peered through the looking glass on psychedelics may have a little better insight into what the hexagon actually represents. Here is some monatomic silver in a hexagon formation seen magnetized many times. Egyptian pharaohs used to eat this along with monatomic gold in large amounts, and some say it enabled them their godlike lifespans. Well, for the period anyway, being as most people never saw 40. And another silver hexagon-infused Saturnian surfer who recently popped his head up in Hollywood. Notice the hexagons on Galactus's belt, the surfer's godlike creator and most powerful being in the cosmos. In the new Fantastic Four movie, the Silver Surfer could be seen disturbing the rings of Saturn, causing havoc near the Sphinx and pyramids, being chased by the Eternal Flame past the Occult Pillar, the Washington Monument, ascending from water vortices near the Illuminati-constructed London Eye Observatory, dodging nuclear missiles, and creating liquid stargates, or water doors, through the Empire State Building. Another interesting thing to note is that Lawrence Fishburne, our Alice in Wonderland wormhole navigator in The Matrix, is the voice of the Hexagon Stargate traveler, the Silver Surfer, a role he also played in Event Horizon.
All that you know is at an end.
The London Eye, also called the Millennium Wheel, is an Illuminati vampiric beacon complete with its Masonic compass, highlighted in the Surfer film. Okay guys, here's where it starts to get a little strange as we look at episode 2 of the Silver Surfer animated series. Our Saturnian traveler and cosmic hexagon god of monatomic silver is bombarded with the hexagon aesthetic once again. Traveling through wormholes that lead to hexagon star formations, a planet being destroyed by hexagons, and eventually having to penetrate a force field made up entirely of, yep, you guessed it, more hexagons. See if you can count them all.
To Zenma. But where is it, Master? Don't leave us! The Master, working with the Kree? He and I must unite. Of course that is possible only if I can reach him.
Ambrosia, the element of the gods, the neural lubricator, the mental transformer and pathway, fruit of the gods, held in as high esteem as the psychedelic Amanita mushroom. Returning to Saturn and its pulsating auroras around the polar regions, I don't hesitate when I state I believe this phenomenon is a product of radiation from an inner sun, an inner intelligence, not from some solar flare speculation cited in textbooks and undereducated professors. Here's a bizarre dual vortice expressway to Hollow Earth Venus at its southern entrance. Rarely talked about, of course. And this is the prototype for the Aurora hypersonic aircraft that I'm sure looks like a fossil compared to what the black budget space program has today.
You could tell them when we were alone, when we couldn't point to the light and say to ourselves, there is life out there. Someday, the children of the new sun will meet the children of the old. I think they will be our friends. You can tell your children of the day when everyone looked up and realized that we were only tenants of this world. We have been given a new lease and a warning from the landlord.
Look towards the west, to the second sun. A furnace burns where once was none. The organic hexagon temple has been summoned via the telepathy of the unified consciousness. We melt into the shifting holograms of oblivion as the first light of the new eon dawns upon us. The rays penetrate into translucent cymatic frequencies that guide the cogs and spirals of time. In an endless black ocean of the known vibration through the hallways of always and the midnight of dreamscapes.